Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I might have gone to Ulta and I might have done a little bit of damage. Maybe it wasn't too much damage, but it was enough. But yeah, so I bought some new products. I bought some replacement products. I bought stuff that I already have, but I just wanted a second. And I went ahead and kind of played around with some of it and created this look that you see here before you. So if you want to see an Ulta haul and see how this look came together, then keep on watching. So first off, I picked up a couple brushes from Morphe. I love their brushes, guys. So first I've got the Morphe M330, which I assumed would be similar to the MAC 221. And if you look at them side by side, the M330 is just a little bit larger than the 221, but they really seem to be kind of a similar brush. I also picked up the M500, and I've seen this in so many tutorials on YouTube, and to me, this looked like it would be similar to my favorite MAC blush brush, the 137. And if you look at those side by side, they seem to be pretty much spot on. I got a Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser, which this is really just the best brush cleanser as far as I'm concerned. I've already used this before, but I ran out a while ago, so this is basically just a replacement. So I ended up rebuying the Jaclyn Hill palette. I got this when it very first came out. And so it was one of those things where it was like there were two of them left, and I'm like, I already have this palette, and I've not gotten rid of any of the shadows in this palette, but I really, ever since I depotted it, I've always kind of wished that I hadn't depotted it, and that I had this entire palette in its entirety all together. I just always wish that I had done that. And now, oh, I like what they've done with this. So when you pull the palette out of the unicarton, I don't know how long they've been doing this with this palette, but it definitely wasn't on my original palette. The shades are actually on the back. They're like printed onto the packaging, which is nice. I wonder if they have them written inside too. No, they don't. I know I say the Androgyny palette is my favorite. I think I've said that quite a few times, but in reality, the one palette that I always go back to when I go to create an eye look with like single shadows, and I go into my larger palettes, into my Z palettes, and pull colors out to create an eye look, they always end up being shades from this palette. Like, this palette has everything. It really does have warm tones, cool tones, red tones. It's got glitters, it's got shimmers, it's got pops of color. Like, this for me is the perfect eyeshadow palette, and I'm not gonna depot this. I'm not gonna depot you. I love you. So why don't we go ahead and slap some of these shadows on while we're here. Let's see, what do we wanna do today? I don't know. We've got a Morphe R38. We'll go ahead and use some Morphe brushes today. And then what is this color called? Silk Cream. I love Silk Cream. What a great transition shade. And I have no idea what I'm gonna create today on my eyes. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of start to slap shit on there and just kind of see where we end up. It's kind of like my regular go-to everyday kind of routine anyway. Just kind of slap it on there and hope for the best, and it usually ends up working out. The quality of this palette is just so unreal. For the amount of shadows you get and for the price that you're getting them for, there's nothing else like it. I definitely like them better than the Anastasia formula. They are really easy to blend out, but I feel like with the Anastasia formula, it is easy for some of those shades to get really patchy, and I've never found that with anything in this palette. Take that underneath the eye, kind of pressing everything into the lower lash line, and then kind of blending it out from there. The Dare to Create palette was actually relaunched this morning, and I almost bought that one, but I don't know. I really like this palette so much that I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a backup of this one. So on the same brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade Butter, deepen up the crease a little bit. And when this came out, I remember people being kind of pissed that there were so many like transition shades and then warm tones. And even if at the end of the day, it does kind of create the same kind of look, I don't mind having like 3 or 4 shades that all kind of look the same. I mean, I suppose there could have been like a lighter, really cool tone transition, like something verging a little bit more on like the gray side of things. That way, if you were gonna create like a blue or a purple look, you would have had something that might have blended out and been a transition that might have been a little little bit more suited to that, but whatever. So I think I'm gonna go straight into a dark brown. I'm gonna go into mocha, and I'm going to really start to deepen up the crease quite a bit. And again, a brush like this is such a perfect shape and such a perfect density and softness for a crease color. You can really kind of pack that color into the crease and then start to softly blend it out from there. I don't know. While I like this brush for kind of packing that color in, it almost feels so pointy that I don't know how much blending I'm really going to be able to do. Now that I've dipped into mocha with this R38 and I'm kind of blending that crease out, it really is blending out really nice. I think that this M300 really does, because it's such a pointy tip, it really just does press that pigment right where you put it, and it almost creates like a line, and then it's hard to blend it out from there. So I mean, we'll see. We'll play around with this brush a little bit more, but just my initial reaction and my very first impression of it is, I don't know. And since we packed that color into the crease on this eye with this brush, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same on this other eye. And again, that brush could have just really needed washed with actual soap and water first before I went ahead and just like stuck it into a shadow and put it on my eye, you know what I mean? So that could totally be user error. Because again, by the time that we got over here to the second eye, it seemed like it did okay. And sweep mocha into the under eye and into that lower lash line with that same brush. I don't know, I think I really like it. Like, I don't know, I think I hate this brush. Oh wait, I think I actually love it. By the time that this video goes up, I'm gonna know for sure whether or not I like this brush. I will have washed it and used it a bunch of times by then, so I'll let you know in the description box down below how I really feel about this brush. But for right now, again, my very first impression was I didn't really know that I liked it all that much, but now that I've blended out 2 eyes with it, I pretty much think I fucking love it. Okay, so I did get some Urban Decay stuff. I ended up getting a couple of these 24/7 Glide On eye pencils. So pretty much I use the MAC lip liner and Night Moth on my waterline all the damn time. But ever since Urban Decay came out with this alkaline pencil, I've been really curious about this one because when I saw it, I immediately thought Night Moth. Let me grab my Night Moth pencil just so we can compare the two. So here's Night Moth. This is a lip pencil from MAC, and you guys have seen me use this on my waterline 8 million times. And then you've got Alkaline, which is a 24/7 Glide On eye pencil. I feel like Night Moth might be just a little bit deeper, and I think that Alkaline might be just a little bit lighter. Is that reading the same on camera as it is in real life? I'm not gonna use this one today, but what I am gonna use is I got another one of the 24/7 pencils, and I got it in the shade Whiskey, because another pencil that I like to use in my waterline all the time is the Coffee pencil by MAC. And I love Coffee because it's just like a really dark, like neutral to cool tone brown. Does that sound about right? Maybe it's a little bit more on the neutral side. The Whiskey's warmer, and I was going for something a little bit warmer. So let's go ahead and swatch that right next to Coffee. Sorry, I don't do a lot of swatching, so my swatches are ugly. So let's go ahead and pop Whiskey on the waterline. And the 24/7 pencils come in basically like a freaking rainbow of shades. And they come in actual rainbow colors too, so. Another few eyeliner things. I actually got a freebie of the 24/7 pencil in Zero, which I think I might have this one already. I'm not sure, but hey, you can always use another black eyeliner. This Maybelline Lasting Drama. This is the gel eyeliner in the pot. I have the pencils. I have a couple of the pencils actually, and I think they work great. They're awesome for the waterline. I've used them as a base for eyeshadows, especially the black one if you want something really intense to pop over top of it. But I've always wanted to try this in the pot form so I could actually take like a brush, dip it into there, get it on the lid and kind of blend it out from there. Because I feel like when you're taking the pencil form and kind of scribbling it on your eye and then you go back in with a brush and try to blend that out, it doesn't really work as well. So I really wanted this as a base for like glitter or a shadow that has really intense shimmer that's gonna pop a lot more over top of a black background. This is one that's like smudge proof, it's waterproof, and it's in the shade Blackest Black. So, and because I'm greedy as all hell, I picked up 3 of these Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. I ended up picking up the shades Kitten Karma, which this is the first one that I ever saw of these. I think like Jeffree Star reviewed this and then somebody else reviewed this. And this color in particular, I always really wanted, but it was always out of stock everywhere. I also picked it up in the shade Wanderlust. And then today I think I'm gonna use the shade Bronzed Belle. I'm gonna start by really just kind of painting that on the lid. If you wanna kind of blend out the edges a little bit, you can. You've got like a few seconds of playtime with it. And even though these are packed with glitter, I've never found there to be any fallout. I mean, again, the only shade that I've used is Smoky Storm, so who knows if the amount of fallout changes from color to color. But I'm assuming that they all end up kind of working the same. So I also picked up not just 1, but 2 new mascaras today. I went ahead and tried the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect. Of course, I got the waterproof one. And I also got the Essence I Love Extreme Volume Mascara, also in waterproof. Today, I'm gonna try the Maybelline Lash Sensational. And actually, I bought this one because of the brush. I really like a plastic spiky brush because I feel like something like this is going to coat my lashes, but then at the same time kind of comb them out too. Use inner curve to reach the roots of the lashes. Okay. Follow through the tips of lashes with the longer bristles to fan out. Okay, cool. Smaller inner bristles to get to the roots of the lashes. Now we're gonna flip that brush around and use the longer bristles to pull it through the ends of the lashes. All right, first impression, I'm a fan. I kind of want to use this one on the other eye, but I think I'm going to go ahead and save this one for another video. We'll go ahead and test that one out another time. Yeah, I have to say that just based on the brush alone, or the comb, or whatever you want to call it, I actually really like this mascara a lot so far. So that's it as far as like new makeup goes. So let me pop on some highlighter really quick. Going in with the same Maybelline Master Chrome and Molten Rose Gold. This is my favorite one lately. I mean, I have a lot of favorite highlighters, especially all my Posh Pepper Beauty highlighters. Those ones are fucking awesome, but I think as far as like something that is definitely suitable for my skin tone and looks really, really pretty on my skin, I think just the color of this one is so spot on perfect for me. Might as well go ahead and pop that one onto my inner corners too. And this isn't anything new, but I want to get something on my lips on camera while we're here. It's just the Spice Lip Glass by MAC. I just think that this color goes really well with what I have going on my eyes today. So our face is finished. Let's go ahead and pull these last 2 items out of this bag and get this video over with. I picked up some Batiste dry shampoo, and I also picked up some of the St. Maurice self-tanning mist in dark. But I love a good self-tanner. I do, I love it. I haven't been orange in a while, so I think I'm probably gonna do this tonight before I go to bed. And that is everything I picked up at Ulta today. Again, most of it was completely unnecessary. Let's see, what did I actually need? I needed mascara. I need a mascara. But it's fun to watch haul videos, and it's fun to go buy a bunch of new makeup. So yeah, again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscription button, tell all your friends about it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.